Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I come from the world's biggest prison for journalists. Last November, I was in solitary confinement because my government was embarrassed what I reported. There were many things forbidden in jail: computers, typewriters, phones, and I understood that. Communication tools are the nightmare of authoritarian regimes. But what I found bizarre was the ban on color pens. I believe that this ban is symbolic to intolerance to diversity. The government is trying to paint everything in a single dark color. It is aiming to get rid of all otherness in information and in expression. My cell had a tiny garden, but it was made of concrete. Soil and flowers were forbidden. I guess that made sense. Soil is a symbol of nourishment and flowers of hope. Neither is welcome in prison. I resisted the ban on colors by making my own paints. I pressed fruits in my cell and used their juices to color the flowers I had drawn with my black pen. I secretly smuggled these paintings out of prison. I wanted to prove that color can exist even in the darkest of places. Those of us who want a multicolored Turkey have been defending our differences, our lifestyles, and our freedoms against an authoritarian government that seeks to cloak a modern country in a curtain of darkness. The Turkish government is trying to impose religious doctrine on a uniquely secular state. It is pulling Turkey away from Europe. It is bypassing parliament and hijacking our universities, the judiciary, and the media. A free, democratic Turkey is being destroyed before the world's very eyes. But the West is turning a blind eye to the sake of realpolitik and the expense of its own values. More than 140 journalists have been locked up in Turkish prisons now. 10 journalists from my own newspaper, Cumhuriyet, were arrested this month. Behind the grim statistics stand human beings, some of them my friends, with their lives interrupted and their fates uncertain. We have fought together for years for our right to freedom of the press and the public's right to be informed. Turkey's brightest colors are being dulled today. The great Turkish author Yaşar Kemal likened the earth to a garden of 1,001 colors. Virtually every corner of the earth is now threatened by the rise of nationalists, authoritarian factions that seek to destroy diversity and replace it with a gray, concrete cell. It is our responsibility to defend our garden, and we must do so with belief, courage, and determination, even at the price of our own freedom, even at the expense of our own lives. Thank you, CPJ, for this award, which I accept on behalf of my colleagues in jail. As this headline says, we will never give up. We will never give up. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.